Hello, love. This is Eve Christoph, your love life coach, and this is Eve's Eden. You have so much that you want, so much that you need to ask for. And sometimes you're probably afraid that if you do, you're just going to make it worse and your partner's going to be even less inclined to meet you where you really exist, right? This is a predicament of intimacy. Sometimes it's because we're so close, we are afraid of sharing positive things. So, and because we feel so much love, the negative things are all the more scary to bring up. You need to be wooed. You need to be responded to. And this is a really great exercise for you to practice with your beloved, okay? So I've gone over this before. We're going to just go over it again in a little more detail. This is called withholds. So withholds are very simple. You simply ask each other for a certain given amount of time that's going to be uninterrupted, where both people are given equal space to share back and forth, 2 times each. Okay? So the person who goes first says, "Darling, tell me something you've been withholding from me." Darling says, "Okay," and shares something positive or negative. Anything at all that comes to mind is shared with great spontaneity, because there is a guarantee going on. The guarantee is no one will interrupt anybody with any kind of cute little faces, or "oh, I feel that way too," or "not really," or you're not honest. No defensiveness, no trying to get attention. All it is listening. Now you're listening and you're also engaging, because you're really present when you're hearing your beloved speak. As soon as the thought is completed, what they're sharing with you, you stop, you pause, you say, "Thank you. Tell me something you've been withholding from me." Same question every time. Now, beloved begins to talk again. Darling one is speaking, and then their thought comes to a closure, and you say, "Thank you. Tell me something you've been withholding from me." You keep doing this until either the time limit is reached that you've both agreed on. Say you said 20 minutes each, back and forth, or they just finish and they say, "I'm done. I have nothing more to share. That was everything." If that's then you do this funny thing where you ask them 3 more times. That's because sometimes it's the very last things that allow us to, the very last times we're asked is when something deeper comes up that we otherwise would not have shared. So once again you ask, "Tell me something you've been withholding from me." They say, "Nothing, I'm all done." You say, "Thank you." One more time. "Tell me something you've been withholding from me." "Nothing, I'm done, I swear I'm done." "Thank you. Tell me something you've been withholding from me." And probably this time there will be something. There will be something, "Well, this one thing I always needed to say, it comes from a deeper place." And once again, you maintain neutrality and you say, "Thank you." Now you're going to reverse. They will be asking you the same question. "Tell me something you've been withholding from me." They will be thanking you after every single sharing that you make. You see how profound this is? It's the power in being asked. Instead of forcing somebody to listen to you, the power of them caring enough to want to know, to ask you, and to ask you again and again, and to thank you after each thing you share. When you've been feeling scared about sharing those things, you've been feeling like they'd be angry, and instead they're thanking you. And they're listening without interrupting, so that you can divulge your full thought, your full feeling without being misinterpreted or any defensiveness making you get off on another tangent. You can really, really go deeply into an intimate space. Now, it's really good to realize that withholds, they're called withholds, are great to do with a lot of positives too, because there are so many positive things that we're afraid to say and we often forget to say. So it's really great to add in intimate, beautiful, loving things along the whole way that you'd love to say to them. It's not just a rag fest. And then you do what's called the cleanup round. So that means you've each taken a turn sharing back and forth, and now you're going to go again. So it's probably good to allow about an hour for this whole process to happen, maybe an hour and a half, but it's very direct. It happens very fast usually because you're timing it. Nobody goes over the time limit, and nobody takes more time than each other as best you can. I mean, other than just finishing a little thought, you know. So you're working on equal listening. So in the cleanup round, you do this exact same thing. Tell me something you've been withholding from me. Only this time you can respond to what you just heard. All these secrets were just divulged that you didn't know about until just now. And so thoughts come up and responses, and this is your chance to really, really say what from a heart place, what you feel. And this is such a heart exercise that there's no need for judging or condemning or criticizing. You're really just speaking your own experience, what you have been withholding, or maybe just haven't said. It's not as much about withholding as that's a way to draw each other out with that phrase. So you always keep the phrase the same. You always ask each other 3 more times after you each say that you're all done. You ask 3 more times, just in case something deeper will come up. And then as soon as this is completed with the, cleanup round, then you want to make sure you never bring up the withholds in public. You don't just start talking about them, because these are deep things that never would have come up except for the fact that you had this safe space to share. So you have to ask, hey, that thing you were talking about in the withholds about your new blue shoes, can I talk about it? And they will either say, yes, sure, it's okay, or they'll say, no, actually, not now or later, or actually I would need us to have withholds again to talk about those blue shoes, because it's not a topic that I can talk about without feeling like I have really safe boundaries, safe space to communicate with protection. So, blessings to you. Use this often. Use it all the time. Use it once a week. And you will be so surprised at how deep you can maintain your intimacy without building other intimacies with other people because you're too afraid to connect with each other. This will blow open those doors and bring you right back to the truth. And the truth, although it may be scary, is workable. It's grounding. It really is. And from the grounding of the truth, a real flower is born. Real flower of who you both are. Okay, much love. And I'm your Love Life Coach. If you would like personal love coaching, connect with me with my email link below, and fund the show if you can. This is a viewer-supported show on GoFundMe, which is also linked below. Much joy, much love. Love life.